Unisa Music Foundation have both announced a unique project bringing together high-profile South African and American jazz artists for a musical collaboration on 14 historic South African jazz works. Now, the project will culminate in a live concert featuring 5 high-profile USA jazz artists, 2 South African jazz artists, and the well-known Johannesburg Festival Orchestra. That includes over 60 musicians. Our reporter Sipho Stuurman is there getting all the latest info for us. A very good afternoon to you, Sipho. You come bearing good news. Tell us about this great initiative.
Well, a very good afternoon to you and our viewers at home. Indeed, I come bearing musical news, if I may call it that. This is the launch of the South African Jazz Songbook here by the Unisa Music Foundation in collaboration with the US Embassy, where they are doing a bit of a twist on South African jazz, that is South African jazz classics, you know, your Pata Pata, your Ncholi Ncholi. So they've come in here. They've brought artists from the US and they've come to work together with South African artists and trying to create a new, unique sound. And to tell us more about this music, I do have Amy Christiansen with me from the US Embassy. Amy, talk to us. Why did you get involved with this project?
Hi. Why did we get involved? Because it's a fabulous project. One of the Professor Karenda Javroop, who's in charge of the Unisa Music Foundation, he's also studied in the United States on a Fulbright scholarship and is a very good friend of the embassy. He came to us and he said, let's do this project together. And we looked at it and we said, oh my gosh, it's cultural heritage preservation. And so the United States Embassy, we got excited and looked at how we could support this, because jazz in and of itself started in the United States, but South Africa has such a strong jazz tradition, so it's a great way for us to collaborate and show the importance of musical collaboration between our two countries.
And now let's just talk about the artists from your country coming to South Africa, working on these South African jazz classics. How did they find the whole experience, or what are they saying? What's the feedback? Are they loving it, or are they loving our sound?
Oh my gosh, you can only imagine. So they are, many of them, there are 5 of them, this is their first time in South Africa. And they've been this week working with the University of Pretoria students. They've been working with the Tshwane University of Technology students. They went out to Soshanguve and worked with some students out there. Thrilling. They have the talent that they've found and the sound that they've experienced. They've been ecstatic about it, and it's been so fun to watch because the students are enjoying learning from them, but they're also enjoying learning about South Africa from the students.
And then from here onwards, I mean, does this better relations between South Africa and the US? Are we going to see more similar projects in the future, perhaps?
Well, we have a great relationship with South Africa, especially in the cultural sphere. We've done quite a few collaborations before in the cultural sphere, but we also do a lot of exchanges, cultural exchanges. We have here tonight one of my favorites, Benjamin Jefta, who's a very young bassist and a well-known here, and he went to the United States on one of our exchanges called One Beat. And so we like to work through culture in order to create stronger relations, and it really creates these conversations that sidestep politics and really get to the heart of who we as people are, and this has been really exemplary of how that goes and how that works.
All right, well, thank you very much indeed. You can see just behind me some of the locals are still coming through here into the hall just to experience that the music hasn't quite started yet, but it should be starting shortly. It's going to be an hour-long program, but certainly the numbers are filling in. A lot of people are excited. It's for free and it's open to the public, but at this point in time the hall is filling up, and so in an hour's time we should be hearing all of these jazz songs. It's back to you, Alicia.
Sipho, who are these 2 South African jazz great artists? Do you want a name drop for us there to get the crowd coming there?
Well, what we have here, we've got a number of South African classics. I mentioned to you that we've got Ncholi Ncholi that also is going to be remixed. So certainly, it's a number of South African jazz classics. All the local songs that we are familiar with, they're going to be coming here. They're going to be collaborated. So it's quite a unique musical project in that sense, and hence. You see a lot of excitement. Former President Thabo Mbeki is also here, is among the guests, and some other senior government officials. So certainly there is a wide range of interest in this, Alicia.
Absolutely, Sipho. We'll leave it there. We'll let you go back to the celebrations. Thank you so much for that report. That is our reporter there, Sipho Stuurman, joining us from the United States Embassy out in Pretoria.